Hello, my name is Amanda Bjorn, and I am the founder of a company called Humanistic Systems at Work. And today I'm going to talk to you about the strengths-based approach to leadership. So today we're going to cover two things. Number one, why is the strengths-based approach to leadership so impactful? And two, what are two things you can start doing immediately in your leadership to start using more of a strengths-based approach? So, first, it is incredibly important to the people who report to you to have a leader that takes a strengths-based approach to leadership. Let me tell you a story. The first time I had a boss that really noticed my strengths, it changed everything for me. So, I knew that I had some skills and abilities in a particular way, but I couldn't really frame what those things were. And my boss, his name was Mark, he said to me one day, Amanda, you know what? You're really strategic. And all of a sudden, I had this name for this thing that I knew that I did well. And I could start to really then see how I was being strategic. And Mark gave me tons of opportunities to practice that strength. Then I did the Clifton Strengths Assessment, and I found that strategic was actually one of my top five natural talents. And because Mark gave me so many opportunities, I really had that chance to practice that natural talent and build it into a strength. Mark said to me, Amanda, I want you to build a leadership academy that is world class, that people even outside of healthcare would want to come to because it was so effective and that it's award winning. And he gave me that chance to do that. And I was able to use my strategic strengths to actually make that academy a reality. So, this is the research from Gallup. If your boss ignores you, there's a 60% chance that you'll be engaged in work. So, I mean, you can still make up for a boss that ignores you by maybe having colleagues or direct reports that you can engage with or that appreciate you and focus on your strengths. If your boss focuses on your weaknesses, there's a 78% chance that you'll be engaged at work. So, you can still be engaged even if your boss just tells you what's wrong all of the time. But if you have someone at work, particularly your boss, who focuses on your strengths, there's a 99% chance you're going to be engaged at work. So this is huge to keep people, excited about work, passionate, recruit, retain. So important now, especially in a post-COVID era in healthcare. So part two. So number one, recognize other people's strengths. Number two, own your strengths and the dark side of your strengths. So each of us has strengths, and those strengths have balconies and basements. So our balconies are when we're using our strengths at our best. So when Mark gave me those opportunities to use my strategic strengths, I was able to achieve amazing results. But there's always a dark side to our strengths. So let me tell you another story. One time I was in a meeting and we were building the people plan for our organization. And of course, this was under my expertise. This was part of my portfolio. I had done a ton of research on what the best people strategy would be for our organization. We wanted to engage the staff in it though, because we didn't want this to just be senior leaders plan that we, dump on the staff. So at the engagement session, I was working with a small group to get their input and my strategic strengths kicked in and the dark side was perceived. So I wasn't aware of my impact. I had taken over the group. I had been driving my ideas based on the research that I had done. I had pretty much shut everybody down and no one felt safe to share. So my colleague, who was so kind and so caring, yet so candid and honest, leaned over to me and said, Amanda, your strategic strengths are taking over. And in that moment, I realized that the dark side of my strengths were being perceived by everybody else, and it was really impacting the group. So I was able to dial that back, engage with the people that we were sitting with, and actually their input made a much better product than what I would have created alone just by driving my results and my opinions. So there's two things you can do right now to really start to use a strengths-based approach in your own leadership. Number one, notice and name strengths in others. So, the same way Mark did for me, he noticed my strategic strengths. He told me that that's how he saw me. He opened up a whole world of possibilities for me because I didn't necessarily have the confidence or the ability to see those bright sides of something that I knew I did well. So, do that for others. It's so important. It can change their career, it can change their passion for the work that they do, it can change their confidence. And number two, it doesn't mean that we're just nice to each other all the time when we take a strengths-based approach. So own your own shadows and role model that for your team. So my colleague who was brave enough to point out in a very candid and caring way that my shadows were taking over, I then accepted that feedback. I owned that, and that changed the whole dynamics for the group. And we can even, let our team know, oh my gosh, my strategic strengths just took over there. Sorry about that. Can we start again? So when you own it and model it, it makes it safer for your team to own their shadows as well. And we all have shadows. So why not just be aware of them and own them? Don't try to hide them. Just accept that they're there. And it makes you more tolerant of other people's dark side as well. So if you have any questions or you're interested to learn even more about a strengths-based approach to leadership, please be in touch. I would love to hear from you.